Hello, Capricorn family. Are you excited for the end of the year, your birthday, the winter solstice, and another fun year ahead? I know I can hear you already going, oh, be serious. This year was not fun. Well, let's be honest, it was better than last year, and 2026 will be better for Capricorn than 2025. But spoiler, that's another video. So please consider subscribing to this channel to learn more. Today we're going to look at Capricorn Sun, Moon, and Rising, December 2025 astrology and intuitive predictions to help you make the most of this somewhat challenging energy. But spoiler, it's going to be a pretty good month for you. It will be busy. Yep, another busy month for Capricorn natives. And global chaos will continue. But overall, things are much better around Capricorn now. I put the key dates on the screen now if you want to copy those down. And I'm going to go over them just briefly, and then we're going to look at your career, both employed, unemployed, self-employed, business owning, gig working, Capricorn natives, as well as your love life, your wealth sector, spiritual sector, elder students, and so much more. So let's dive in. The big news, of course, is Capricorn season begins. But on the 4th, the Gemini full moon will be very helpful after all the disruption and miscommunication and delays that we saw with Mercury retrograde last month, but especially on the 11th when Mercury moves into Sagittarius is clearing up. But we will get a boost with the Gemini full moon. Things will flow much easier, and it will be an easier time to network or get your ideas across. And Neptune turning direct in Pisces also eases up some of the mental fog. We get back on track, and we're making good progress. And when Mars enters your sign, you are focused and ready to get shit done. So it's going to be a really productive time. The Sagittarius new moon will also empower you to move forward and to go after those big goals, but also reinforce the need to have some fun. So yes, you're going to chase your goals, but you're not going to be so single focused. You're going to be looking at other ways that you can enjoy your time off, maybe attending some small events, spending time with family and friends, and also just having some downtime to rest and recuperate sounds pretty enjoyable too. When Venus moves into Capricorn on the 24th, you're much more passionate, romantic, and you're ready for a love connection. And that's a good thing because this is a good month for Capricorn's love life. And of course, the big news for you is the 21st when the sun enters Capricorn, and it's also the winter solstice. So this kicks off Capricorn season, and over the next month, we're going to see a very busy but enjoyable month unfold for Capricorn Sun, Moon, and Rising. So a busy month, but a better month overall for Capricorn. All right, let's dive into your career. For job-seeking Capricorn natives, it looks like there is a possibility that you could pick up a temporary or part-time or even seasonal job in December. It's probably not something that you're going to be excited about, but it would bring in some income. I don't really see it leading to full-time employment, and I don't see it turning into something that you would want to pursue. But it would bring in some extra income if that's what you're looking for. I think you should keep sending out resumes and contacting companies, firms that you want to work for, rather than focusing on just what's available. For employed Capricorn natives, this month you're focused on ending the year on a good note. So while others are barely showing up, and if they do show up, they're really not doing anything, you are focused and you've decided that you're going to clear everything that has been hanging over your head. So any paperwork, any reports, any odd jobs or things that you need to get done and that you've kind of put back or maybe forgotten about, you're really going to tackle in December. When Mercury moves back into Sag on the 11th and the Sagittarius new moon on the 19th combined, this fiery energy will help you get stuff done at home and at work. This is the time to tackle those projects that you really don't care about or that are going to need a lot of energy to accomplish. You have a new opportunity at work coming up as well during this time, but you may pass on it in favor of staying in the background. Work grinds to a halt as we enter the holiday season and you focus on other sectors. So there's also the possibility of you traveling for work this month. It will be productive, but there could still be some delays. Your career will keep you busy. You are likely to receive rewards for your dedication. So it could be a small promotion, a small raise, or an actual physical reward. If there's any type of holiday parties offered or anything like that, you may pass on going because you have a lot of responsibility outside of work as well, but I would suggest that you go. This is a lucky month for you in those types of situations where it could be a networking connection or it could be you actually winning something worthwhile. Take your family, go and celebrate. You don't have to stay the whole time, but I think it would be worth your while to attend any holiday parties that you are invited to. So overall, busy until about the 21st, and then everything pretty much slows down, and you also shift focus around the 24th, and you're not so laser focused on work. You're more ready to relax and have fun with your family. Moving on to gig working, self-employed, and business owning Capricorn natives, the Gemini full moon lends its power to help you catch up early in the month. You're ready to end the year on a very organized note now, and you too are working on completing projects. You're paying off any debt that's hanging over your head, and you're really doing your best to get everything ready for a better year. As you clear old paperwork, you may even find some extra income, so definitely don't put that off. This is a great time to tie up any monthly reports, but also yearly stuff or anything that's kind of fallen through the cracks. Anytime really after the full moon on the 4th, you're going to be more focused on the details. So mid-month, you have an opportunity for a new collaboration or partnership. This deal will bring in much needed revenue, but it will push you out of your comfort zone. So this can make you a little bit hesitant about saying yes. Think about the bigger picture though. This collaboration could open new doors for your business and you could see big ripples out for the next few years even. Before you make a snap decision, really weigh the pros and cons. Yes, you will have to move out of your comfort zone. This could be taking on new responsibilities. This could be maybe stepping out of your comfort zone as the face of your business or learning new skills to open a new avenue of income with your business. But you're not going it alone. It will be a partnership or a collaboration. And it's probably something that you thought about at least in passing, but didn't really feel comfortable to pursue it. And now that door is open. And it could mean changes for years to come. So really consider the possibilities. I think this is a good month for self-employed Capricorn natives. You're not going to see record sales or anything like that, no. But you are going to see a steady stream of income. And you will end the year on a good note, which brings us to your wealth. Okay, so let's look at your wealth sector. This is an interesting month for wealth building. Income is stable this month with a bit more than last month arriving. You're going to have the opportunity to bring in a little bit more money as well, but it's going to probably be a one-off shot. And the global stock markets are continuing to roller coaster, going up and down. So is cryptocurrency. December is the month to focus on your finances. What's the most important wealth building tool for you? And it could just be saving money. And that's always a great thing to do because expenses are going up. And it's going to be important to stick to your budget this month. Focus on your income and find ways to save so that your expenses do not overpower you. Investing in property or land this month could also prove to be profitable. If that's not in the cards now, don't worry. It may be in the next couple of years, but only after you've done your research. This usually isn't an issue for Capricorn, but you may have someone pushing you right now to jump on this once-in-a-lifetime deal, which is too good to be true, which means it's probably not legit. Or there are some clauses or missing information. Stand your ground before trying to commit to this impossible deadline and forking over your hard-earned cash. I think overall, this is going to be a month where you have budgeted to spend more, and you will, of course, but you might be tempted to spend even more, so just watch that. And you're doing your best to clear out old debt. You're making way for more abundance in your life. 2026 is going to be much more financially abundant for Capricorn natives, but that's for another video. Let's look at your health. You haven't been feeling your best lately, and part of this could be due to your sleep schedule and your diet, which comes down to lack of a routine. Capricorn does well when they have a set schedule, and you know this, but you've just been so busy and you have so much more responsibility now that you can easily forget to eat meals or end up eating whatever is handy, meaning junk food over healthy alternatives. And no judgment, it happens to all of us. But there is a problem when this becomes your normal routine. So really think before you reach for that bag of chips or crisps or cookies instead of maybe a piece of fruit. And I know this is a challenge, but this is something within your control. Commit to a healthy routine. And when you do, your health will improve significantly and you'll get your energy back. So it's definitely worth doing. Also, as we approach your birthday, this is a great time for self-reflection. There's been a lot of transformation and change in Capricorn's life. Well, the last decade, but the last year or so, it's been much more positive, and things are not exactly where you want them to be yet, no, but they are definitely improving. Pull out those diaries, those journals, and look over the accomplishments and the forward progress that you've made, and celebrate this. It's really easy to focus on the negative, and with that, that brings even more stress. But when we take a moment, we breathe, and we look at all we've accomplished, we can really do a lot to alleviate some of those anxious thoughts and the stress. Celebrate the wins and release any stress to feel better. Try and stay in balance by eating better, sleeping more, upping your water intake, and also letting the stress go. Things are going to work out. Just hang in there. Okay, Cancer, let's look at your elder forecast. As you begin December, you may feel like you're playing catch up as so much is going on and you feel like you're just really behind on so many things. But that's okay. This is the month to catch up. And let's be honest, you've been tired lately and you have let important tasks slip. Luckily, the full moon in Gemini on the 4th lends you focus, drive, and stamina. And now that you're eating better, drinking more water, going to bed at a reasonable hour, it's easier to get stuff done and move forward. Clean out your home, reassess December's commitments. Have you overbooked yourself? Possibly. You might have to move or even cancel some events. Also, focus on completing any forms or documents, paperwork, anything like that due by the end of the year. Normally, Capricorn doesn't have an issue with paperwork. You actually kind of like it, but you may feel overwhelmed right now and things may have fallen through the cracks. So double check that. Any kind of warranty or registration that needs to be done? Do you need to sign up for a new type of insurance? Something like that. And the deadline may be approaching quickly and you may not be aware of it just yet. So be diligent and go through your paperwork. And on the 21st, as the sun moves into your sign, you will shift your focus again. Now you're planning the future from a more grounded, calmer perspective. Self-care and taking care of your own needs become much more important now. And as you ground and as you take care of yourself, the easier things will be and the more fun you'll have. So you want to enjoy the end of the year. So definitely work on sticking to a healthy routine and getting plenty of rest. But overall, a good month for you. That brings us to education. Over the last several months, Capricorn students have been struggling with feeling tired, fatigued, and just generally overwhelmed. And we see this shift as Mars moves into your sign on December the 15th. Now you're ready for new challenges. Stay focused, but don't overthink things and don't overcommit to social activities. Your hard work and dedication will pay off with exams, but you should strive for balance so that you don't burn out. Getting enough sleep, eating right, and sticking to a proper, steady routine is important for Capricorn, especially in December. Seize these opportunities, yes, and you are likely to be rewarded, but you need to find balance or you will be even more overwhelmed as you begin the new year. And that brings us to your spiritual forecast. On December the 10th, Neptune ends its retrograde in Pisces and brings lessons on spiritual topics. You may experience deja vu this month or see karma in action. Probably your intuition is on overdrive right now, whether that is finding the right parking spot or having that little voice tell you this is not the person to date. May all be working in your favor now, and it can be overwhelming when suddenly you're getting all this extra information. settle into it from a grounded approach. Over the last few years, Capricorn has been more open-minded to new possibilities, and in doing so, your intuition really bloomed because you allowed it the space without overthinking things or overjudging yourself. We're going to see your intuition and your gifts continue to grow. This is just the beginning. Yay! With this spiritual awakening, we see outdated beliefs about yourself, the world, the economy, what it means to be successful, what it means to be a good parent, partner, son, daughter, all fall by the wayside. As you tap into your spiritual side, you're going to also realize that you have a deep inner knowing that will lead you forward. And as you learn to rely on that a little bit more, I'm not saying throw logic out the window, no, but just be open to the possibility. Maybe your intuition is picking up on information you missed. As you start trying that out and experimenting with it, we're going to see you really grow as a person and see you really get a lot closer to some of those big goals. You're also going to find more happiness in your life because a lot of the anxiety and worry is going to lift. A lot is happening, and it's not going to happen just this month. This is something that's going to go on for the next decade. But that doesn't mean it won't be overwhelming day to day. It can be. That's why you need to rest and be at your best. And we also see you towards the end of the month reflecting on existing relationships. This could be friendships, parental relationships, romantic relationships, coworker relationships. You're just reflecting and doing an assessment of how things are really going with relationships. Who supports you and who basically runs over you or takes you for granted. This is a byproduct of you feeling more confident, feeling better about yourself, and now you're ready to address some things that have gotten way out of balance. Capricorns are dynamic people. You're smart, you're funny, you just hide that sense of humor though, and you're very motivated. You're also very kind and compassionate, but you have a tendency to hide that part of yourself. So what would happen if you showed that side of your personality to more people? How would your life change or open up? There's a lot of personal changes as well as changes going on in your life around what you want to do next or where you want to live, what your idea of success is. And all of these are good things, but that doesn't mean they're going to be comfortable. As you work your way through this, it will become much easier. Rework your goals if these relationships, commitments, or even ideas have grown problematic. Let them go and focus on a more balanced approach to success. That's a lot. Looking at Capricorn's romantic sector, romance is highlighted for you in December. Looking at singles, you're confident and charming this month and you're ready to make a connection. Some single Capricorns have their eye on a new person, someone that you've met a couple of times but not really had the chance to fully engage with. Just be mindful of who you're trying to impress and why. All month long, you enjoy being in the spotlight and meeting new people. So do you really have to overthink this and try and impress someone to get their attention? Or could you just go and talk to them or text them and have a coffee date? I think that you're overthinking it with this person, but I think they're interested too. But they may have a busy schedule as well. So make the first move and don't worry about making a grand gesture. Just reach out. I think you'll be happy with the results. For dating Capricorn natives, on the 24th, Mars, the Sun, and Venus are all in your sign, and the spotlight is on you. You too are charming and can easily connect with others. While your relationship is just developing, you may spend quite a bit of time with your date in December. Just go slow and enjoy getting to know them better. I think you're going to realize you have a lot more in common with this person, and as you start talking about the future, you may even realize this is someone you could spend your life with, but just go slow at this point. For partnered, committed, and married Capricorn natives, while you're feeling the weight of family obligations in December, you're also ready for a more passionate month with your special person. And you really do need this time alone with them because you've been throwing everything you had into work and financial issues and just trying to be there for family members, and you've just been giving a lot of yourself to other people. And this hasn't been an easy year, but you have some reason to celebrate. Things are improving. This month, you and your partner will be busy with extended family and friends, of course, and there is that never ending responsibility around your career. But your relationship is strong as communication improves after the first. And it looks like you are going to have more time together, but you will have to put it on the calendar and make an effort. But it would be well worth it. And if possible, treat your partner to an evening, or if you could manage a weekend alone without distractions, and spend some cozy time together. End the year together and celebrate your relationship and all the good in your life. While your life is not perfect, it has come so far from where it was even 5 years ago. Things are improving for Capricorn, not as fast as you would like, but they are definitely improving. And your partnership is growing stronger as well. So this is a really good time for you romantically, and you're feeling better overall about yourself and the future. Let's look at your travel sector. As I said, in your career sector, you have a chance of traveling for work. Will there be delays? Of course there will be. But between weather, possible strikes, yeah, you could be delayed or miss connections. Ensure you allow enough time or have a backup plan to make the trip smoother. Work trips will be fine. There will be some delays, but they will work out in your favor. And these work trips could be from one city to another or even internationally. Could be a big adventure brewing there that could lead to other things with your career. We also see you gathering with your family in December, so that may mean you're hosting or you are traveling. Either way, things will go smoother if you do have that backup plan. Try and carve some time out to just relax and make sure that you don't overbook your schedule. This is a busy month, but it's a much better month. And even though it is busy, it is emotionally calmer. I think that it is a great month to end this year. And 2026, like I said, is going to be much better. I'm working on the big video for 2026 for Capricorn. So if you haven't already, please subscribe so you don't miss that. So what do you think? Does this resonate with you? Do you feel like you're overwhelmed, but things are actually getting a little bit easier? Let me know in the comment section, and also let me know what you're doing in December. Are you traveling? Are you hosting? Are you looking for a job? What's going on with you? I love connecting with you. I have more videos in the queue. Stay tuned. Reiki blessings.